admittedly, I don't really know what to say about this episode because I think it's pretty self-explanatory, but we get exactly what we were gonna get, or at least what I was expecting to get, because it wasn't really that surprising. It was actually pretty predictable of what was actually even going to be happening in the first place. I even got a comment on the last video trying to speculate what's gonna exactly happen, and yeah, I pretty much was right on the money. Where in the episode, at a certain point, we get a confrontation between Naruto and Sasuke, where they have to decide whether or not they're going to end up doing something about Boruto right now or until later. And that's basically because the whole premise of the episode is about Boruto and the Karma Seal and how it's progressing very, very quickly, and how in 6 months' time to at the soonest 2 weeks, Momoshiki's going to resurrect completely and he's going to take over Boruto's body entirely. And the whole premise of the episode is to figure out what they're going to do about it. Are they going to wait until later, until like Momoshiki fully resurrects, or until they like figure something out in order to completely stop it or completely get rid of it? Or are they going to go ahead and kill Boruto now, right? Because that's the only other way to be able to properly stop it completely. And that's basically just the whole premise of the episode. It's Naruto in his head being conflicted about whether or not he's actually going to be able to do this, be able to take out the life of his own child, to be able to stop this threat that is looming across the entirety of the Leaf Village. What are they going to do about it? What is there something that they can do about it? They have no idea, and the whole point of the episode is to figure out what to do. And at the end of the episode, they actually kind of have Naruto very legitimately like try to decide whether or not he's actually going to be able to do it or not. He is thinking about it because he thinks about the betterment of the village, but at the same time he considers the life of his own son, and he doesn't want to do it, but he might have to do it, which I think was actually really good. And I feel like this is something that we don't really get to see Naruto do a whole lot anymore. And even though the show isn't really about Naruto, I think this was a great moment for Naruto himself. But then, of course, Amato ends up showing up and he's like, oh, I conveniently have these fucking things that stop the progression of the Karma Seal. And I was actually using these the whole time with Kawaki, but I had to use it in small doses, or else Jigen would have noticed that I was doing something fucking weird with the vessel and blah 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 blah. And I say it's convenient, but it makes sense because, of course, Amano would have to create something in order to stop the progression of the Karma Seal. But at the same time, it is a little convenient. And that's basically the episode. That's all I really have to say. It's pretty self-explanatory. Like I said, it wasn't really like I had to speculate anything. It was pretty obvious what was going to end up happening. And this is where I would say this is the official end of this whole arc with Ishiki. And, you know, for right now, Ishiki is gone. And that's basically just what where we're at right now. And now we have to see where else this show goes on from here on out. And whether or not Code is going to end up showing back somewhere at some point. What's going to end up happening with Boruto's karma, who knows? It kind of feels like that sooner or later that they're going to have a time skip, which I think in the manga that's either happening soon or that has already happened. I'm not sure, just based off of what I've seen and on Twitter. I don't know if that's actually happened or not. Don't quote me on that. But it kind of seems like that's what they're alluding to. They're alluding to having a time skip play out very soon for the show, which I'm not against, I'm not against having a time skip just so that way the characters are older, but I kind of find it hilarious that next week we're going to have a tuning exam like episode centered thing, and I'm just like, man, I like how the tuning exams are just basically just a filler episode now, because they're that unimportant. So yeah, that's all I really have to say. I don't really have a whole lot else to add on top of the episode other than that. Yeah, that's it. If you liked the video, be sure to leave a like. If you want to see more, be sure to subscribe. Videos are very weird right now for me on the channel right now because I have been going through a couple of changes in my life that have been really stressing me out, and I haven't really been focusing on a whole lot of other things, and right now I'm actually not in really the best condition to really be doing a whole lot. So yeah, expect any sort of video ideas that I had planned out to not be out for at least a little bit, especially considering that I have barely started any progress on any of them. So yeah, right now life kind of fucking sucks, but I'll get through it. So anyways, that's besides the point. I'll see you guys next one. Have a fantastic day. I'm out. Peace.